Folks, you've heard me talk about it. There is a housing market and a lending market. Folks, a lot of you are going to experiencing a lending market that is very, very tight. What does that mean? That means that the mortgage broker is going to whisper in your ear that they can do all of these things. And then after 2, after 3, after 4 weeks, you are going to get a no answer or a not right now answer. So, folks, please do me a favor. As you do the work, as you look for great deals, please get a second, a third lender in your Rolodex. Open a file so you have backup plans. This is not a time to lose a great deal. This is not a time to lose your earnest money deposit because the lender can't perform. Stephen, the regional banks are struggling. They're going to clearly do less loans. But before we get into all of that, please do that marketing thing.
I thought you were always going to forget. Although I work very happily for Velocity Mortgage Capital, all the ideas and topics discussed on this channel, that of my own. So let's get it going.
So as you know, you've been in the mortgage space for a long time. Regional banks have played a vital role over the last several years. They've done between 50 and 60% of total volume in the residential and commercial space. And I don't think it's hyperbole to say they're going to do a heck of a lot less lending going forward. I think you're going to have a lot of mortgage brokers say they can get something done and can't.
Right.
They're going to burn days. They're going to burn deals. And yes, they may even lose earnest money because they can't
Right.
perform.
Right.
So what do you think? Do you think borrowers and buyers should be wise to get a second or third open file going?
Oh, 100%. Because again, the lending market is ever changing, especially in a very tumultuous, tumultuous. Sorry, couldn't even say the word. Environment. Banks are going to probably pull back a little bit just because quantitative, tightening and such. So, always good to have a plan B in place just in case, because you just never know where life just has a funny way of happening to you while you're planning it. You know what I mean? So, the good thing with us though is the fact that if you do fall out of any kind of, full doc or DSCR or bank statement program, that's when you can kind of look to us. And we've actually seen a significant uptick in residential 4 units and under, high dollar amount from 1.5 million on up. Huge uptick. Because again, I think a lot of those people are experiencing, they're trying to shop it around and everyone's, oh yeah, we can get this done. We got bank statement, DSCR. But most of the times they won't debt service because a lot of times the rents haven't caught up yet to where the property values are at. So many cases it just doesn't debt service, and people are starting to realize that, like, why am I spinning my wheels? I'm spending 30 days, 45, 60 days with this lender, then it falls out with them, then I tried another one. So I've got this one other associate in my company is doing very, very well. And yeah, I mean, the thing is that we can typically turn them around in about 2 weeks. So from submission to funding, 2 weeks, no hassle, no DSCR. So it really is quite an effective, kind of tool if the circumstances kind of fit.
Yeah, and again, I've used you personally, used the company personally. You guys got my deal done, and I think it was, I don't know, it was 15, 16 days. We were not in a rush. I'm sure it could have gone
Yeah,
faster.
but you're king of ORAT, so we had to kind of,
Yeah.
I mean, and you were the first. You're the
I had
guinea
to
pig
test
to
you
some
out.
extent.
Yeah.
Well, again, I had brought up like, hey, don't just talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. So let's try one. And you're like, wow, that was so easy. Let me do this one. Let me see how you do in this one. And bang, that went out. And you're like, okay, folks, it's real. It's real.
Yeah, let's go.
So,
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So folks, do yourself a favor. I know it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to do the work. You're going to find a great deal.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to work with your trusted mortgage broker who whispers in your ear all these nice things. And then you're going to get delayed and delayed. And they're going to bust their ass.
Right.
But they're not going to be able to perform. Please get a second or a third lender with an open file. At least tell them what you're trying to do. Don't be a dick. Tell them tell them, hey, I'm going to go through this, but just in case.
Right.
And again, I've seen Velocity perform. I had one listener, I think they told me you got the deal done in 7. Now, this is not normal.
Right.
But you did a solid for somebody one time that I heard about, maybe others. But you got it done in like 9 calendar days, 7 business days or something. Which is pretty crazy.
Well, again, our effectiveness and ability to kind of get things done in a timely manner, we're really set up to be, a real mortgage company and not just kind of like a finance or just like
you're not doing this part-time.
No. This, we've got everything's really good in our company. We're very uniquely positioned where we're at, to where We're not tied in with the bond market. Wall Street's really loving our paper. It's really performing well still. So we're going to be around for the long haul for sure. So always good to just again have plan B in place. Like I say all the time, when all else fails, come talk to Uncle Steve. He should be able to kind of help out. And again, with the combination of the relaxed guidelines on DSCR for residential properties, as well as again no personal income documentation, other than your mid FICO score to come in at the pricing that we had initially quoted, and the value to come in to support your desired loan terms. Everything else is a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, ready to rock and roll. The market that's coming up is going to be a lot more creative. If you haven't figured out the 50, 40, 10 or 90% CLTV, something I look forward to taking advantage of, and Steve and Velocity Mortgage are uniquely positioned. How do they reach out?
Again, SDAO at velocitymortgage.com. In the subject line, put the acronym ORAAT to make it past the firewall. Body the email, maybe a brief description, what you're looking for. Address would be great, maybe city and state of where you're looking to invest to make sure I lend there. And then, of course, your best phone number. And I'll be in touch within 24, 48 hours.
All righty, buddy. Thank you very much. Have a great week. All right.
Thank you. You too, Mike.